Yay.
Hello, hello. Welcome to Coffee with Clients. Welcome. As people are coming in, we are so excited you have joined us today. Get started. And what we're going to talk about first is how to live longer, your longevity. How's this happen? Yeah, we can get healthy, but there's an average age that everybody says, oh, you're going to die at this age. Well, how are we going to live longer? How are we going to get to see our grandbabies? How are we going to get to see our grandbabies grow up? How are we going to get to see our kids grow up? Some of us, without this program, that was borderline, question, like walking your kids down the aisle and things like that. There are two things that are going to help you do this. So, well, actually, the habits of health will slow your age process down and your micro habits. And that is a healthy weight. You're already doing that. If you're on program, you're getting to that healthy weight. If you are consistent, if you stick to the program, it's the health plan for dummies, if there ever was one, like the book. I need one for computer stuff, but it is a health plan for dummies. If you eat the 5 fuelings, if you take in your lean and green and you take your water in, it's going to work, but you can't add anything else. But it's going to work to get you to that healthy weight. And then after that, eating healthy, hydrating. These are all your lean and green is eating healthy, your hydration with your water, healthy motion. I always tell my clients when they get to their goal weight, yes, we're going to add in more calories, more carbs, more sugar. But with that, they've got to have some kind of motion to be able to work that off. If you're just adding a bunch in and you're keeping the same, you're not going to go forward. You're going to slip backwards, because you're adding in a lot more. So getting that healthy motion. Swimming is my go-to because I love the water and I love that it takes the pressure off my joints. And I have 2 metal rods in my back. I'm a breast cancer survivor. So if you ever think of there's excuses why you can't do this, I can probably knock it out for you and tell you can. Also, healthy sleep. Now, I struggle with this one because having kids and sports and nonstop going and this and that and unpacking, I'm like, oh, I've got to get in bed. Because healthy sleep, if you don't get that sleep in, you're going to be tired the next day. Your endorphins are not going to work. There's so many things where your body needs to regain, it needs to reset. You got to get that sleep in. Healthy mind. What are you fueling your mind with? Learned a long time ago in church. Trash in, trash out. So what are you putting in here to be able to come out your mouth? Are you putting healthy stuff in to be able to share with other people? Are you educating yourself more? Are you reading more books? I listen to, because I don't stop and I multitask, I listen to a lot of motivational books that help me live longer. And Win the Day was a huge one. Swallow the frog, eat the frog. There's so many things that just pushes me to be better. And then healthy surroundings. Sometimes family is great. Sometimes family is not great. Sometimes friends are great. Sometimes friends are not great. So what are your surroundings? Are you putting yourself in situations that are not going to be beneficial for you? Is there going to be peer pressure to, oh, just eat this, it'll be okay. Oh, just drink this. Are you putting yourself with positive people like, I'm so proud of you. Look how great you look. Man, what self-determination you have. Are they building you up or are they tearing you down? That is huge, because if nobody's in your corner to help you get to where you need to be, it's really hard to get there. The vehicle is hard to get cranked without some support. So, and that's why we have this community too. Like, I'm here to support you today. I'm here to help you grow. I'm here to answer questions. I'm here to help you learn the next step. So there are 2 things that our awesome health book says, because without Dr. A, it's just a diet plan. So with this book, it says right here in this page, it is page 498. There's a lady, her name's Janine, maybe. I'm terrible with names. I'm a school teacher too, which is even worse. So her name, she lived for 122 years. 122 years. People, that's a long time. So our life expectancy, I'm a woman, it's 80 years, men's 75. Maximum that someone's lived 122 years. But with our predicted lifespan, if we are really healthy and we don't supersize our meals and we don't go to fast foods and we're eating healthier like cave people, like they did back in the day, we could easily live 150 years, easily. Like it is possible. You know, you imagine what you would see in 150 years, how this world has changed. It's changed so much. I'm 44. It's changed so much in 44 years. You know, can you imagine living that long and being able to tell your grandkids, kids stuff? So there are two principles that are going to help you get to there. There's a primary aging and there's secondary aging. What is that? Primary aging is way different than life expectancy. It is the predict maximum lifespan of humans, the longest we can possibly live before our parts simply wear out, before everything just wears out. I love how Dr. A and his writers put stuff plain and simple. Your parts are going to wear out, not, oh, your organs are going to shut down. They're going to wear out. So this primary is the longest that we should be able to live without them wearing out. And then our secondary, what it is, secondary aging, is a process by which the habits of disease produce deterioration of our organ structure and function, resulting in disease and cellular aging. So that secondary is our environment. It's the effect on our organs. It's what we're breathing in. It's what we're putting in our mouth. It's what we're drinking. It's what we're visually seeing. It's our brain and how it's taking in stuff. And the biggest thing with that secondary is our brain health. Because yeah, we can live to 100, but if our brain is not functioning like it should be, what is that life going to look like? So we got to take care of our brain, our main thing that's running everything in our body, you know? So with that, we're going to talk about how we can live that long. We're going to talk about some people that have done that long. In your life book, which I hope you're filling it out. I'm going to be honest, this month, I have a lot of blank dots because I didn't want you to have to look at all my writing. But right here, these blue circles, this is the blue zone. The blue zone is where the people have lived the longest. What are they doing to live? Because we need research. We need research on everything we do. We're talking about in the United States, there's a place in Italy, there's a place in Japan. They're talking about how some of them, they're drama free. They don't do the drama. They're not rushed. They're not, oh, I got to hurry up and get here. Oh, I got to do this. Oh, I have to do that. They're talking about their diets. They're talking about what they eat. They're talking about their environments. You know, I just did some research, you know, lovely old media with some YouTube videos. There's a guy who was a heart surgeon that he was still doing heart surgery at 95 years old. And he decided to retire. They did an interview on him. He was 98 at the time, and you would have thought he was 60. The way he spoke, the way he held up, the way he looked. And it was a lot of his food that he took in. It was a lot of his environment. It was like, he said, I don't do drama. I'm not going to put myself in that spot. And you don't realize, yeah, you can be making healthy choices. You can be eating, get your water in. But over here, you got this, and somebody called you on time and they're doing this. Yeah, I'm sorry. You just got to cut that out. You got to be like, I don't have time. I'm so sorry. I hope I can help you. I'll pray for you or whatever you need to do. But to get that brain where it needs to be, you're going to have to cut out some of that stress along with it. So Greta is going to go into our healthy habits that Dr. A has given us. And sweet Greta, she has done amazing. She is helping do a wedding at our house right now. So I was like, come on, do it with me. She's like, okay. So that's pushing yourself, you know. So Greta, go ahead and take over those habits.
All right. So Dr. A set out this plan with the feelings, the foolproof feelings, and all of this stuff. But he also has set out a plan in the Habits of Health for longevity. And you can start doing the things that we're going to talk about today, and you will make a change in your cells right away. Like if you do these things and implement these things, you will be on that track. And that's another part to push yourself towards optimal health and ultra health, putting yourself in situations that aren't always comfortable and aren't always easy. But starting right now, you can do those simple things in life. And I heard Beth say, like removing tobacco, recreational drugs, avoiding sunburns, simple things. And if you guys are following along, this is page 501 of your Habits of Health book. And like Beth said before, like just reviewing these things, it's like, oh my gosh, like I can do the smallest things to create lasting change in my life. So avoid sunburns, don't exercise on roads that are super busy, simple things in life that will not put you in danger or risk of disease and things like that. The next thing is creating a healthy environment. And that's not only like the people that you're surrounded with, but that's also the products that you're cleaning with, your air, your water. Like, what are the different products in your house that you can surround yourself with better, non-toxic stuff? Putting smoke detectors in your house, simple things like that. The next step, step 3, is getting your yearly checkup. I know that I'm really bad at this because I do not like the doctor, but it is so important because we are on a total whole body, whole life transformation, like on this journey. And so it is important to check in with your doctor every year to get your blood pressure checked, to get your heart and everything checked out so that you have a starting point of, okay, this is where my health is. Does it need to get better? Is it good? Like, where are we at on our yearly health? Different like screenings for women, for men. There's all kinds of things that we need to get done so that we can prevent getting sick and having diseases and catching things early. Simple things like that will help prolong our life. Going to the dentist, and Beth kind of talked about this, but it's something that we overlook. But inflammation and different things like bacteria and different things in your mouth can cause things to happen in your whole body. So going to the dentist every 6 months, getting your cleanings and all of that, but also brushing your teeth every day, using your mouthwash, that kind of thing, it can really add up and help you. The next thing is reach and maintain your healthy weight. And I'm guessing that everybody on this call is hopefully doing that or has done that. And that can just help prevent diseases and all kinds of things to help prolong your life. The next thing is incorporating these habits of health. Without these habits of health, this program would just be a diet. This is a total body transformational system. And that is what Dr. A has laid out for us. And so we need to take advantage of this entire thing so that we can keep taking steps to optimal and ultra health. And then obtain optimal health, which if we go through all these steps, that is what we are doing. And honestly, you could stop right there, but like a commercial, or I don't even know who said this, but wait, there's more. It takes discipline. But if you're here right now, if you've started the program, you have that discipline and you can get that discipline. And so what it takes is discipline and a choice to get to ultra health. The habits of health will keep us moving forward to that health continuum. And then you could add, so if you got to optimal health, you could add 10 to 20 years to your life. But if you got to ultra health, on top of that 10 to 20 years, you could add another 10 to 20 years. So that's 20 to 40 years more onto your life. And like Beth said, we want that. We want to see our grandkids. We want to walk children down the aisle. We want to do things and we want to live a full life. We don't want to live a life where we can't go to Disney World or go wherever because our weight or our physical health is holding us back. And so I just closed my book, but I have this on page 505, there's a lifespan continuum. And I thought it was really cool to watch how you start right here and you could be sick, but then if you keep doing this, you could get non-sick, and then go to optimal health, which is where a lot of us probably are on our way to. And if we implement all of those things that we just talked about, we can get there. And then if we get to ultra health, we're up at the top. And that is men 105 to 115 years old and women 110 to 120. And so how do you get to ultra health? It's through dietary optimization, which we have that all laid out for us if we follow it. Movement enhancement, so adding that daily movement so that we can keep going up that continuum. Like Beth said, like once you get to your goal weight, we want you to add in the movement and all of that stuff. And then brain health. And Beth touched on that a little bit too. Our brain matters. What we surround ourselves with, what we put in our brains matters. And so let's all get to ultra health because I want to live until 110, 120. And that is it.
You did great, friend. You did great. Something that I thought was super awesome is the Ultra Health by numbers on page 505. If you're going to your doctor, look at these numbers on the side. These are goals. These are goals of mine. I'm going to write them actually on my thing back here. And next time I go, I'm going to compare and see how healthy I am. We're talking about your blood pressure, 110 to 95 or less. Your S blood pressure, your D is 75 to 60. Your body mass index. This is huge. I don't know if I want to know mine right now. No, I'm kidding. It's good. My body mass index. So if you're a girl, it's different for your body fat, but your body mass is 24.9 to 20. Ideal is 21 to 23. Your body fat, less than 10% for you guys, because us women, God loves us more. Us women, we got 17 to 23% for women. So it would be cool to know, to go to the doctor, because I have some challenges for you, to go to the doctor and see how close you are to these numbers. Like, take a picture of it with your phone. Take your phone with you. And when he's reading off your numbers, you're like, oh, I'm closer. Oh, I got a lot of work to do. You know, there's a reason why our blood pressure gets the way it is. There is a reason why your body fat gets the way it is and your muscle mass. So this is my challenge for you this week. Are you ready? You got it. I want you, and it's for myself also, to go through these habits of health that starting on 501, and there are a total of 7 of them. I want you to try to knock them out. If it's going to the dentist, like, at least call somebody, set up the appointment, go to the dentist, getting a checkup, getting your yearly checkup. Look through those and just see how you can knock out each one of those this week. Like, how can you at least put a step forward to it? With your ultra health, also just a step on with that to touch base. Part of it's your genetic programming. Part of it's the environment you grew up in. Who grew up, I'm from the South, grew up where your plate had to be clean. It doesn't matter what your mama cooked, you're going to eat it, and your plate had to be clean. I had that mindset for a long time. It didn't matter if it was mashed potatoes and your peas and we used to call it cowboy steak, which is fried liver. Yeah, don't even ask. We had to eat it all. And you could never leave anything on your plate, where now I have a total different mindset that it's okay if I only eat half. They make boxes for that, or Tupperware. It's okay if I'm not going to finish my kids' chicken nuggets because they're not hungry anymore. I'm not going to throw them out. You know, I'm going to, because it's going to matter to me how I'm going to feel. And eating their couple of French fries and their chicken nuggets is going to throw me off my health program to live longer for them. So it is okay. Your genetics and how you grew up and your environment you're in, you're going to have to change some things. It's just part of it. Talk about genetics. I've got the worst genetic history possible, probably, with breast cancer, with scoliosis, 2 back surgeries. I mean, you name it, I probably had it. But you know what? I'm jumping past it because I'm putting in these healthy habits. I'm taking in the water. So you've got to position yourself to be healthier, to get to that ultra health. Guys, I am super excited that you joined us today. I hope that you learned something for your ultra health, to push you a little bit further in your journey, and to know if you're still in the trenches in the 5 and 1 and you're digging in deep and you're losing that weight. We're so proud of you being on here. And these are just steps that are going to help you prolong this after you get to your goal weight.